Finally, it's come to this. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the man who took trying to get abs in a chest a little bit too far, ended up with just bones, and this massive nipple ring that covers his entire clavicle. That's right, it is now Sir. Yeah, that speech just fucked out now, didn't it? It's Settra the Imperishable. Yeah, oh, jeez. That was a shocker. Anyway, it's Mr. Nipple Rings himself, Settra the Imperishable. He's impressionable. Alright, anyway, Settra the Imperishable. So, what is so good about Settra? I don't know. Like, seriously, I don't. But actually, he's alright. His faction effects. He gets a +2 public order for all provinces, growth +10 for all provinces, and construction time -1 for province and capital settlement buildings. And that growth is invaluable considering how slowly they grow. His Lord Effects, he gets a +100% leadership aura size, and he has casualty replenishment rate for Tomb Kings and Skeleton Chariot units. So that's okay-ish for your Tomb Guard. It's not really that handy though. This is of course on Legendary, very hard and Legendary, so the hardest campaign difficulties it can be. Of course, otherwise it's not much of a Legendary start guide now, is it? Otherwise it's more of a not so Legendary start guide. Now this is, as always, everything in it can be used for lower difficulties. Things will be a bit easier in the lower difficulties, and there's nothing wrong with that. You play what you like playing. Don't tell me, don't let me or let anyone else tell you how you should play a game, because in the end, it's a game. What you should do is you should find out how you enjoy playing it. Most important part of gaming. If you don't like playing a certain way, don't play that way. But anyway, so with the Tomb Kings, they've got a few special little deals they've got going on. First thing I am going to do, in Hemri, as you can see, there is a special pyramid building and a few other settlements. See, like over here, down here, like a fair few of these sort of guys have some special pyramids you can build, which will all have special effects, that sort of thing. For now, though, we are going to start with some open graves to get ourselves some skeleton archers. Now, I am going to get rid of this building, but first I am going to get a second chariot, and we'll just get skeleton spearmen. As you can see, with the Tomb Kings, they have no upkeep and no recruitment costs, so that's like their little, one of their little things. Another thing with the Tomb Kings is they have the Mortuary Cult. So as you collect these canopic jars, you can unlock special units, you can unlock more army capacity because your army capacity is limited, unlike with others where it's limited by the amount of money you have. They are limited by a capacity cap, which starts at 1, which means you've got Settra. There's your army. Good luck. But yes, you'll be able to get weapons and all that sort of stuff. They need other resources as well to go along with them. Some things are really nice, like a Armor of Eternity, and other things are a bit crap and unnecessary. I can't really pick any out here straight off. I've never really paid that much attention, because there's only a few that I normally get. So canopic jars can be quite important. Research-wise, we start with various dynasties locked, and there's also all of these things as well. So we do need a lot of jars. Now, each one of these dynasties unlocks an army for us, and it unlocks some various things we can research, as well as a couple of other things you can get, like opening more capacity for leech priests and that sort of thing, and more unique lords than your basic lords. I'm going to start with the 4th dynasty. It's generally what I go with, get me that extra army capacity, but it's mostly for upgrading my embedded heroes, as well as then I can get a relatively cheap tomb print capacity as well. As you can see, you do start with being able to recruit all of the various heroes and that sort of thing, but you do not start with any capacity for them. So it's opening capacity is the important thing. You can recruit them anywhere. There is also the Books of Nagash, which open up various things as well. Extra unit capacity for things like Tomb Guard, immune to a few things, and all that sort of stuff. Whew, alright, bit of gas there. Yeah, you need that one to. No, it's that one you need to unlock Shadow Leech Priests and all of that. There we go, that's a quick 5-minute rundown on him. I will go into his skills as well. Settra has a decent skill tree. I will go into that once we actually have a skill point to spend. Alright, so I started with some units. That's good. Let's hop a bit further up here. And while I remember, because I moved him, we're not moving fast enough. But we're going to go with fast. I used to go with fastest for everything, but I have found I can keep track of things a bit better in my opponent's turn better. Now the reason we do Skeleton Spearmen is because they do last longer in melee than the Skeleton Warriors do. They just hang about a bit longer because of their higher defense. That being said, we are up against top knots, so a higher defense can be pretty critical. Now the problem with this is while I have the bigger army, I really need some ranged troops before I take him on, so let's do that. We are losing money now, which is not an ideal situation, but oh well. We've got to demolish that. I should have done that last turn. So we don't need the chariot building anymore. I'm not actually interested in building too much more from it, so... that's a bummer. So they're both going to be raiding, so we're going to lose more money, which is quite unfortunate. What are our chances of taking them both on? Yeah, I don't think we're actually in the right range to fight both of them. Start building out. Growth building. Let's see if we split them up. Go on an ambush stance here. Just to see if we can split up their armies a bit so they're not reinforcing each other. In the least, I'd like to be able to use the Henry garrison to assist here. Oh, that's okay. They've split up. We are now 3 armies raiding us. Fucking hell. It just keeps getting better and better. Okay. Let's sort this one out to start. Now that he's probably too far away. Yeah, I'm about to do that. Let's go back into ambush stance. I know we're not really getting anywhere, but them's the breaks sometimes. Especially with Settra's campaign, the top knots are a real pain in the early part of this campaign. Once you actually can get them defeated, you should be on for a much easier time. Let's just auto-resolve that one. Jeez. He's come to attack us as well. We can actually auto-resolve that one too. We only lose the Skeleton Warriors, and I don't want them anyway. That's a nice chunk of extra money too. And a couple of levels for Settra. Beautiful. Ooh. Now, let's get ourselves a Leech Priest. and increase that hero capacity. And let's get him into Entombed Beneath the Sand stats. And we'll pop in more troops. Now, you're strong and you're a Nehekara. Nehekara magic is okay, but light magic is better. The good thing about it is we have one capacity. That just means we'll keep doing this until we get what we want. So we're going to recruit and disband him again. We should give Settra his point. So Route Marcher and Passage to the Realm of Souls. Reason is, blue line doesn't give us as much in this particular campaign. Red line is very important because we need to get down here to get Reanimate and Resurrect. Specifically Resurrect, really. So that's our main aim for now. Ah, coffee from Hungry Brown Cow. Lovely stuff. That's good. Settra is getting more powerful. We are getting closer to 5,000 gold very quickly, which is good. We'll pop in that to get us to a full stack. Let's see what we can do. Getting a Leech Priest, still nothing good. So, more of that. Alright. We're starting to get an okay army together. But really the first 15 or so turns are mostly about trying to get that second army. The second army is where it starts to go right. Oh, hello. They actually have a hero. That's weird. Let's change into ambush stance just to see if we can lure some orcish boys our way. And we get our knowledgeable. Oh, hello. Yes, that's what we're looking for with the Leech Priests. We want to get knowledgeable ones. When it comes to Tomb Princes, we're looking for not Cavalry Master, Chariot Master, because once he's on a chariot, he's amazing. And with these guys, we're after Sphinx Carver or Scorpion Carver, that sort of thing. The Necrotex, to increase capacity of our constructs, because there is capacity caps for almost everything. Alright, that's good. Excellent. Knowledgeable Leech Priest that early is actually quite rare, so don't expect that. Do not expect it at all. Just kind of hope. That's all I can say. Just got fingers crossed. Please give me a knowledgeable one. I've actually first one I've had occasionally has been a knowledgeable one, but it doesn't happen often. Alright, so we'll start with getting rid of those warriors. We don't really want them anyway. Get him in there. I never did go through Settra's skills, either did I? That's terrible of me. That's just no good. Alright, Settra's skills while we're here. I like Settra's skills. He's a good fella. So we get the quest for the Crown of Nehekara, which is 10 armor, 15 physical resistance, and it's got a nice little constant around self bonus for everything. Quest for the Blessed Blade of Petra, again, +3 public order, all provinces, melee attack +5, weapon strength 10%, enables magical attacks, and you get the Blessed Blade of Petra as well, so it does a few different things around him. You can get him a Skeleton Steed, a Hemrian War Sphinx, or his Chariot of the Gods. Chariot of the Gods is excellent, but Personally, I like the War Sphinx more. Feel free to disagree with me on that. Entirely up to you. It's a personal preference. Some of these skills are pretty nice for him as well. Charge bonus and physical resistance. Ancient Tyrant is quite nice. Embalmed Elixir, not bad. Extra hit points and gives him some fire resistance as well. And of course, missile resistance there. His other unique skill line is a bit different. So if you're going to go Tomb Guard with him, this is excellent to have. Very good for your Tomb Guard and your Chariot units, and you also get more Tomb Prince ranks. Unyielding Will is very nice. Affects allies in range, more melee attack and defense, so very good for all your Tomb Guard again. Public Order +2 all provinces and reducing enemy public order, that's a nice one. And local recruit capacity is good too. Increasing capacity for Tomb Princes. This one increases capacity for Tomb Guard and increases Tomb Guard as well. And it gives the Lord Army more speed and more charge bonus. And then as you move out of that, you also get charge bonus and physical resistance for Settra himself. His fighting line is pretty much like most others, except he gets Tomb Strike there and Desert Strike, which is the upgraded Tomb Strike, which is alright. Nothing too exciting though. He also is a Nehekaran caster, so he gets things like your Restless Dead, a couple of other ones like that. That is an okay spell. The Sakamet's Incantation of Skullstorm is a pretty decent vortex. Nothing to really be sad about with that one. And you can have Arcane Conduit. So lots of stuff to spend, so you won't really get to go in the blue line at all with Settra. He is a bit of a monster. Now I can do this upgrade, or I can wait a bit longer to get the Casket of Souls. Now let's see. I need 5,000 gold, but in 6 turns I'll be able to get another army. You know what? I'm going to go for the upgrade. So the thing is, because you can't really do both of these things, you need to be able to get to roughly 5,000 gold. Or you do need exactly 5,000 gold to get the Casket of Souls, which is a very, very nice artillery piece. Really good at anti-infantry. If you have the option to get one, I say do it. But the other thing the right does, it goes Lord Recruit rate +3 faction wide, which means when you get through that, another 5 turns, you'll be able to do the recruiting and disbanding of your Lord here to get your Canopic Jar Cheese in. If I can convince the Orcs to attack me and have me get some more money by then, and I can get the Casket of Souls, I'll be able to show that off a little bit. Well, we'll see how that goes, because it's clearly not working that well yet. Oh, I've got them raiding now, that's good. Nearby? Oh, one's nearby. I wonder where the other one is. Always sounds weird. Oh, they're raiding, good! Wait, what? What do you mean, good? Move in here a bit. What sort of army is that? It's 12 in the army. Let's see what they're gonna do. We're gonna go with a bit of hiding stance. Now, the only problem here is all of these building cost money. I do want that building quite badly, but we'll hold off to see if I can get my 5,000 gold from battles. Gold is good. At the moment we're losing money because of the thingamies. Beautiful, beautiful. that ain't so good. Straight up right after that. That's alright. We'll get him doing a bit of the old replenishing. Alright, so we're gaining a little bit of money. We hopefully we'll be able to hit the 5,000 gold mark. I'd like to get full replenishment before we fight them, or at least most of our replenishment. Let's combine them. We'll recruit a new one. Good thing is, no upkeep, all that sort of thing. Now, as I said, we don't want to go through the blue line straight up. We go through and hit the red line up, and we're going to be trying to better our archers to start with, because we're going to be relying heavily on them. We're going to give him a Shem's Burning Gaze. These guys have a couple of cool little things, better ambush success chance, that sort of thing, and they've got that one for higher Lord Recruit rank, so very important, that one. It's the whole getting canopic jars thing's very important. Coffee gone, coffee gone! Oh, Lioness has gone to war with the Top Knots. Not a all the time thing, that one. More of a sometimes thing. Let's see if we can track down. The Orc army has left. That's good. That actually gives us a nice bit of breathing time. Again, still not going to upgrade these things because we want our monies. Couple of turns still till we finish off our getting of a new army. It's kind of about timing, this one. If we can time it right, it goes well. If we time it badly, it does not go well. So, fairly simple. I mean, Tomb Kings is quite slow start, and that's okay. I don't know why he actually still continued that attack. But we want to wipe him out, because he'll disappear otherwise. So, but that does give us our 5,000 gold. 6,000 gold, actually, that's even better. So, I'm going to move Settra back a little bit. I know, I do a lot of auto-resolving in these little things, but there is a reason for that, and it's just, it does get us through them a little bit faster. I don't actually suggest auto-resolving so many of them. Now, so that will last 5 turns, and that will, yeah, we're gonna wait a turn before we actually hit the hit up the old Casket of Souls here. So this is actually going about how I was hoping it would. It seems weird, I haven't really moved out or anything like that. Fought a few armies, but, well, I've auto-resolved a few battles, but overall we've been very static. And it's kind of how you start with Tomb Kings, in my opinion. You don't have to start this way, but it's probably the best way to do it, in my opinion. Alright, so perform the rite, get Casket of Souls. This is where we actually do start properly getting a bit more powerful. We're going to get rid of one of the skeleton units, pop that Casket of Souls in there. And with that rite running, we've got five turns remaining of it. Here's what we do. We're going to recruit this strong one. Rank 4. Root Marcher. 2 points in jars. That's of the jars. Just so that it helps you keep track of who your jar gatherers are. So that means he's going to be building up, what, it is only 2 jars a turn. But then what we do is we disband him. Bye-bye. Because even though he has been disbanded, even in a disbanded state, he will continue to create jars for us. Now, I know we don't have a lot of money, but I am going to spend what little money we have, increasing my capacity for Tomb Princes as well. Which was one of the reasons why we went for 4th Dynasty. Because this means I should be able to get a Tomb Prince to go along with my Lord. All that sort of stuff. So it all builds up Settra's army. At the moment we don't have a lot to worry about because the top knots will be a bit occupied in fighting with Repants. So that is a nice little bit of relief for us. Excellent, so we've got that. Enemy hero action, success chance plus 15, hero action cost plus 4, that doesn't really matter. We don't have a lot of money. We'll get the Wrathful one. The Cunning one I actually am looking to keep at the moment for myself. So yeah, as you can see, we got 42, so we're getting 2 from characters, even though, again, being disbanded. Now here, well, we don't want Cavalry Master.
My father demands it.
We want Chariot Master. Alright, now moving on here, we're going to increase melee attack and melee defense for embedded heroes, and it helps Tomb Guard units, which is actually what we're going to be using Settra's army for. Going to be going the Tomb Guard with him. Now, what we need to get to about 800 gold so that I can build that gold mine. Every little bit of money helps. Tomb Kings are not a rich faction. You get most of your money from battles and that sort of thing. Once you actually really start getting a few armies together and that sort of thing, you really do start building up the money and that sort of thing. So don't worry too much about it. As long as you get to fight lots of battles, you'll be fine. And this is all getting us closer to that. So I've still got 3 turns of this. What'd you get? You're wise. You know what, we're going to keep the wise guy for 1 turn, just to get those extra... Just to get the extra jars. You, however, will come and go as usual. So that's pretty good. We're going to start building up our jars fairly quickly, so that we can get all our bits and pieces ready. All our bits and pieces. Which does sound odd, but you know, I'm an odd sort of guy. Now, so the plan with this is, yes, I'm doing a legendary start guide here at the moment. This is actually going to turn into my next campaign. So, take it on, tribe, eh? Alright, Tomb Prince. We don't have really anyone worth it again, so but we're going to get rid of him now. I'm now going to get a new Tomb Prince.
I am my father's son.
Do that, and here we are going to grab Master of... it doesn't really matter which one. Again, still trying to keep that Cunning one available. I forgot to name one of them, which is unfortunate. Of the jars. That's alright. King Thyricus of the jars. Bye bye. So how are we doing with that anyway? So you can see here. You can actually, the good thing is you can see which ones you've spent those points on. So they've got the blue roundness. It's just having a name there as well does help you recognise it. Oh, you've got a level. I'll give you exorcism. Now his army is actually looking pretty good, so let's go all Autobots and start rolling out. See what's around. that, we've done that. Yep, that's good. So at the moment he'll actually be fighting, the top knots are quite aggressive, so they'll most likely be fighting with their pants. So, good old pants down pants. Keep those pants up, keep those pants down. Do, 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 do. Oh poo. Oh poo. It's actually not too bad, I think. Having them right there means we can straight away have a look at what he's got. Oh, he's got his Orc Boy Biggins.
Settra rules.
Settra will bring you back. Because he's not going to actually attack Henry, because he does have walls. He will. Oh, he'll probably besiege Henry.
I serve king and patriarch.
But he won't be able to straight up attack it.
Is it hot?
Time remaining 1. I think that means this is our last turn doing this. So, oh, do I want disciplined instead of cunning? I think I do actually. Yeah, I'll take that. So we'll pop him in there. We won't actually do the canopic jars thing with him. He's going to be also going the same route that Settra is. And he's going to start recruiting. This again, doesn't cost us anything. Good, good, good. I'm going to leave those ones for now. We're going to go for another Dynasty unlock instead. Getting a cheap Necrotech would be good. I actually want to try out the... I've never really used the Screaming Skull Catapults much, so we're going to go the 5th Dynasty. And no, we better not do that. Well, that is actually going to be it for this first half. Next half we are going to see if we can take out Mash One Finger before we run out of money. We're now doing okay with our characters creating some canopic jars for us, so that'll keep us going for a bit. And in another 11-ish turns, hopefully we'll have the money to get another Casket of Souls. So stay tuned for that in the next, in the second half of the Legendary Start Guide, and feel free to subscribe so you can watch the entire campaign. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. Till then, have a good one.